Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online guide video with me, Sherman. Today guys, I'm going to be doing a guide on what is a character build slash roleplay character. Somebody said this would be a good way to let people know what kind of stuff I do on my channel and what kind of stuff I support on my channel for builds and just general help information to you guys. So here it is. A character build or roleplay build is basically just a character based on a theme design, if you will. So for example, this is called the Nature's Guardian. As you can see, it's just a Breton Warden. That's what it is. But it's called the Nature's Guardian. The Nature's Guardian is basically the classification of what I define it as. The Breton Warden is what it is. So, and it's really simple. How it works. So that's it. And now this build is coming out on Monday, the 3rd, I believe it is, of June. So you guys will be able to see this then, its full thing and everything. What can you do with a roleplay character? A roleplay character is designed to work pretty much whatever you need it to be. In this case, how it plays normally is like this. So it uses the Slain set for increased damage output. It uses the Blood Drinker set to help with its damage setup. You guys will see that in a minute. And then it uses the Elegance set. And the Elegance set actually applies to its ability to do damage. So I think it would be better if I explain this. See, it's a werewolf. And you can take advantage of the Blood Drinker and that in that form. See, the whole concept behind this idea was somebody asked me, hey, I'd really like a character that's after kind of like Bjorn from Lord of the Rings, the guy who transforms into a bear and lives in that cabin out in the woods from The Hobbit. And I said, you know what? I think I can do something for you. I think I can show you something that'll be really good for the type of playstyle you're looking for. And so I created this character. So the character primarily uses dual wield and bow. Now the reason why dual wield and bow is because Bjorn was kind of like a hunter, but he would change into a bear form to basically defend his land and his area from orcs, trolls, goblins, whatever came into his area, he was ready to fight it. And this is kind of the same thing. When you're not playing the character as a damage dealer, you have a lot of other abilities that you can use for just playing the game and having fun and just enjoying it. So in this case, if I wanted to, because of its design, I could use something like Fletcher Infection down here on one of these abilities. Like I could swap out Subterranean Assault and put this here. Or I could even put it on the back bar. This is what a roleplay character allows you to do, is it basically utilizes every skill available to you in the game. So, as you can see, I have every Animal Companion skill and passive unlocked, Green Balance passive and ability unlocked, and Winter's Embrace passive and abilities unlocked. But I also have certain weapons unlocked. So I have one-handed sword and shield, dual wield, bow. I don't think I do have Destruction Staff and Restoration Staff. So this character can use all those tools, because I also run with those tools in my inventory. See, I have an Ice Staff, I have a Lightning Staff, a Restoration Staff, a sword and shield, and then on my person I have an axe, a mace, and a bow. So I can take advantage of those tools. Now, one of the many things that I get asked is, how does it work as a damage dealer? Well, just like with any build, you're going to build it to work a certain way. So in this case, right now, we're going to be stamina damage dealer. So you're going to use your Trap Beast and everything that you can that's going to help you improve your DPS output kind of thing. And I can pull about 20k with this normally against this guy. I'm just going to kill him, and then I'll go up here and I'll show you guys what I can do on this other thing. Now I'm doing this so I can also build ultimate, so I can show you guys what it's like when I go werewolf, because I do keep werewolf on the bow side. So stupid game. Oh, I did something bad. And usually on this guy, I can pull a little bit more if I use other skills. But a lot of people will be like, 24k DPS doesn't seem like a lot. And a lot of people at the in-game level, it's not a lot, because we're not in-game characters. See, roleplay characters aren't made to play score runs and stuff like that. They're just made to play the game. So even if you want to use this character in a dungeon, you could. But you'd have to use the werewolf form as your damage-dealing capability. Because that's where you're going to get most of your damage from, is in werewolf form. Because trying to use this as a damage dealer any other way is kind of weird. So now the other thing is that because of the way we have this character set up, we can change out some of our abilities, so we can do different things. So if I wanted to, on the back bar here, I could get rid of this. The only reason why I use it is because it's a heal, and it's a nice way to support my group. Now if I want more damage output, I could just do this. Drink my potion, do this. And you can see there, I just pulled 28k, I think it is. We'll check here. So yeah, I pulled 28,000 on that guy with a 4,415 weapon damage, 64% crit, 80% critical damage, 6,457 penetration. Now this character is using the Thief Mundustone, so I'm using Subterranean Assault to give me the higher penetration values, and my mace. So, alright, we're going to do the same thing over here, and you guys will see a huge difference in the DPS output. Stupid game. It's one of the things about the game that's really gets irritating. If you don't know, there's a few things, like mistakes I can make when I do a rotation, and I've made them. So, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this run its course. We got up to about 25. I can get usually about 30k DPS out of this guy normally. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, I'm going to transform into my werewolf form, and I'm going to go to town on that guy, so you guys can see what that's like. Because it is really interesting when you use the werewolf form instead. Just going to let him recover a little bit. Let him get it to about 26. Then I'm going to drink my potion. Now we're gonna transform. Would you just use that stupid thing? And I'm just going to do one more heavy attack. I'm going to let it run its course and let it run its thing and do its whatever's left. I might have to switch out of this because my pets are going to sit there and fight it for hours. Let me run away. Run away! Because usually if I run far enough away, my pets will back off. Alright, there they go. So as you guys can see, I did roughly about 30k DPS. I was doing about 31 normally. I had a 4110 weapon damage with a 59% weapon critical, 70% critical damage. It's not going to show my penetration value because of I get 100% of that because of all the different debuffs and everything that you get on that target skeleton. But you can see here, my light attacks were hitting for 18,000, averaging 14,000. My Claws of Life were hitting for 16. My heavy attack was hitting for about 27. And my Howl of Despair was hitting for 32,000 on its highest hits. And that's why I like playing this build so much. The way it works is because you can play it this way, or if you really want to get eccentric with it, you can even do something like this. Now I'm going to use this just to as an example, because I want you to see everything that you can do with a roleplay character. So now that I've respec'd my attributes, you can see I have a regular baseline of 22,000 stamina, but we're going to dump everything into Magicka. And we're going to switch over to more of a Magicka based character. So I'm going to use a lightning staff, and I'm going to use a resto staff on the back bar. Now the reason I'm doing this is because with the lightning staff will allow me to basically deal lightning damage, and the other one will allow me to do magic damage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to reset a few of my skills to be more magic based instead of stamina based. And I'm going to put this one here. And let's go ahead and grab our destruction staff abilities. We're going to grab Force Shock, and we're going to grab Pulsar for the front bar, and then we're going to go to the Mage's Guild, and we're going to grab Mage's Light, and we're going to put it on both bars. We're going to put Ice Comet here on the front bar. Actually, you know what, let's go with the classes Winter's Embrace, Northern Storm, and then on the back bar we'll just put Destruction Staff. That we're going to put the Guild, Mage's Guild. We're going to put or not Mage's Guild, Sigic Order. We're going to put Race Against Time instead of the Trap Beast. And we are also going to put we're going to put Wild Guardian up as our ultimate. Never mind. We'll do Wild Guardian. And then back here you can see I still have a few spaces I can put stuff. So I'm going to put Bird of Prey. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab let's grab Living Trellis so we have a heal. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch to my Destruction Staff, and we're going to do a parse after the potion wears off. But this way you guys can see for yourselves, like this thing can still play even a Magicka DPS. It's not going to be a fantastic Magicka DPS because it's primarily made to be a more stamina based character. But actually, let me do something else here. We're gonna change something else out. We're going to grab Ice Fortress instead of that. Ice Fortress will be better because it'll give us higher resistances, as you can see. Better survivability. And we're going to move this over. We're going to put the other... actually, let's just do this. Animal Companion, we'll put this here. And then we'll go to the Mage's Guild. We'll put Inner Light there. Just so we can keep the same amount of Magicka on both bars. Alright, now we're going to do the potion. We're going to hit our thing here, and I did this wrong. Holy cow. Let me go to the front bar. I meant to put this on the back bar. So... Alright, 12k, not too bad. Not too shabby, but this is more of a support character. It's not meant to be a damage dealer, really, unless you can go into werewolf form. So if you want to play this way, though, I'm just showing you that you can, and it's going to work out, you know, for the most part for you. I gotta get some resources back. And if you wanted to, you could use the back bar even for more heals and stuff, if you feel it necessary. So it's just more, like I said, it's more of a support character, unless you can go wolf form. But you can play it this way if you want to, and that's the whole point of a roleplay character. It just lets you play how you want. So the other thing that you can do is, another interesting thing, is you can go in here and you can respec. Again, we're going to have to go ahead and get rid of our bear companion, otherwise he's just going to keep attacking that thing. We're going to grab Structured Entropy instead of Inner Light. And we're going to get rid of the bear completely. And this time we're going to set up to be more tank orientated. So I'm going to go ahead and put Sword and Shield on the front bar. And an Ice Staff on the back bar. Now we're going to respec ourselves, or reset ourselves to be more geared towards tanking, if you will. And we're going to just do that. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go back to the class, and I'm going to grab Soothing Spores as my other heal, like group heal kind of thing. Another thing I could do is I could even put this on the front, on the back bar. This would help me with that, and then I can also put the this, so I can do more along the lines of this if I want to. So this way I have, I have my Ice Fortress that's going to protect me. I have this here, the Bull Netch. It's going to help me with my resource management. It's also going to give me Major Brutality, Major Sorcery. And I can use the Green Lotus. Now, what I should have done here with the magic side is I should have probably went and got the Atronach, or not the Atronach, the Spell Damage Apprentice, or stuck with the Thief's Mundus Stone so I could keep the higher spell crit. My spell crit's pretty low. So in this case, now I want to be more tankish. I can do this. And you're going to see I still have a higher Magicka, which is fine, because that means I can tank better on the Ice Staff bar with it. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to take this. I'm going to take this over to a dungeon just to show you guys how it can work inside of the Depths of Malatar as a tank. Now, this is just showing you the tank perspective of this. It's not to show you like how super great it is. It's just to show you that, hey, it can play a tank, it can play this more supportive type character, or it can play a stamina damage dealer really good. Like, that's its design. Because it's a support type character. It does have the ability to do damage. It does have the ability to turn into a werewolf and take advantage of that a lot. But if you wanted to be this is what I'm letting you know you can do. So, and if you guys are wondering what the appearance is, this is all skin changer. This is something that dropped or was like a holiday type thing. And to see, the nice thing is with this, I can even block with staff, or I can block with sword and shield. And if I am having resource issues on the back bar, I can just throw a heavy attack. Boom. And it will also taunt the enemy, so... And if I need some extra damage or just extra damage reduction, I can use the Northern Wind ability and boom, get that extra. I don't know if I changed the Mundus either. I didn't. I'm still using the Thief Mundus, so. But that's the cool thing about it, is like this kind of build, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to just be its own kind of thing, to where you can pretty much just play how you want, the kind of character you want. And that's what role-playing and casual play is. It's just that. It just allows you to decide how you want to play your character. And if you want to play it the same way all the time, you can do that, because I just showed you the basic way that I normally play it, which is more of a hybridized type character. I put everything into stamina and just use the 24k Magicka that I have base and this other stuff, to where I can take advantage of all the different resources my character has advantage of. So it's actually quite nice. So it's like I said, it's more of a support character when you need it to be, more of a damage dealer when you need it to be, more of a healer when you need it to be. It's just whatever you need it to be. And that's what a roleplay character really is just that. And a lot of things that you can do with these characters is you can play all content. Yes, you can play dungeons. Yes, you can play trials with this. But you're not going to be doing score runs. You're just going to be playing it for the content completion. And that's it. And that's fine. That's all you have to do, if that's what you want to do. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to respec him back into the way I play him, or would play them normally, which is like this, like I said. And then I go in and I set the skills I want to use. Like on the front bar, I'll use the Subterranean Assault. On the back bar, I will use the Betty Netch. Get rid of Ice Cloak. I will use this because this does a group heal, or it does healing. And then sometimes I'll even do something like this, just to add a little bit of more interesting gameplay. I will do this, so I have more, like I said, more of a group support type character than just a damage dealer. because being a damage dealer is one thing. Being a group support type character is completely different. So I'm going to do this and just leave that like that. And then, you know what, we'll do this. I got a better one. We'll do this, and then we'll grab Alliance War, Assault, we'll grab Echoing Vigor. So we have 3 heals, as you can see, and we can pretty much self-heal a group this way. And then I will throw this here and this here if I want it, or I can even grab poison or acid spray. Whatever I want to use is pretty much what I can do, and that's the, like I said, that's the great thing about this type of build, is you can just use what you want to make your character the way you want. I didn't ask. So this way on the bars I have this setup. So if I want, I can go with the potions, and you can see I do have Dubious, Cameron Throne, Witch Mother's Potent Brew if I want to use those, but I stick to the tri-stats because it works better for me. And then what I do is switch to the potions. And you can see I can still pull roughly about 18k DPS even like this. And that's just using the stamina power pots. Then if I have to switch into the werewolf, I can, and I can't use these things. But I can still use the power pot if I need to. And that's what I love about role-playing characters in this game, is there's so many different ways you can play them, and so many different ways you can take advantage of the different designs. Just like with this. See, I'm actually taking advantage of a lot of different stuff here. See, I'm using this to add more DPS to my character overall. Whenever I deal direct melee damage, you have a 15% chance to call a primal spirit that mauls the closest enemy in front of you after 1.3 seconds for 15,720 damage. I use Blood Drinkers because this adds 20% to my bleed damage over time. When I'm a werewolf, all my damage is bleeds. So this adds to that. My light attacks, my heavy attacks, my different abilities I have are all bleeds. So it adds to that duration, or that damage over time effect. Then this set increases your light and heavy attacks by 20%. It does give me Magicka and spell damage, but that's for the purpose of playing support. So I can take advantage of magic-based skills while still being this form, and that's the reason why I chose a Breton. A Breton allows me to be at 24k Magicka all the time, 20k max health, 29k max stamina. So I can play this character as a hybrid type character and still play it effectively. I might not be the best healer in the game because I have to focus more on stamina heals, but I can use those Magicka abilities if I want to. Like in the Green Balance, I can use Corrupting Pollen instead of this. Or I could even use the Bursting Vines instead of that. There's a lot of things I can do. It's just based on how I choose to play my character. I can also take advantage of all these magic abilities because I have a larger Magicka pool. The same thing goes with Mage's Guild. I can use the Mage's Guild abilities to give me those advantages. I can use the Psijic Order to give me those advantages. Like I can use Min Spirit. And this one will allow me to put Major Ward and Major Resolve on an ally while I'm healing them with a heavy attack. And while I'm using that heavy attack, if it did damage, it would do 20% more. But if I'm not doing the heavy attack, I can still take advantage of the max Magicka I have. Because Min Spirit is based off of your max Magicka and your magic pool, your spell damage. So, and that's what it would look like, is that. So, it's pretty fun. I mean, like I said, it's really up to you on how you want to play the character. You get to decide that. That's the nice thing about it. It's not up to anyone else. It's up to you. So, if you guys are wondering what a roleplay character or what a character build is, this is it. Simplified, dumbed down, whatever you want to call it. It's just a character that you play in the game. And a lot of people don't know how to set characters up like this because they don't quite understand how they can mix and match sets and how they can take advantage of their champion points, because that's another part of this character that you haven't seen. See, I got my champion points set up a certain way to benefit me playing this character this way. More of a stamina based. But if I set it up more Magicka based, or more hybrid based, or more however I want to set it up, I can take advantage of more tools that my character has available. And it just makes them overall more effective. But that's it. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope this guide helped you understand a little bit more about what I do with characters on my channel, how I present them, and how I share them with you guys in the community. If so, you guys know what's coming next. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.